When people find out that I am 49 years old, I'm going to be 50 this year, and that I have 8 children, all single births, no twins, that I'm homeschooling, they always ask the same question. First of all, are you crazy? And second of all, how do you have energy for all of that? Well, that hasn't always been the case. I kind of came to a health crisis of my own, and so I needed to look at some other options. And that's where Isagenix really came in and gave me some help that I needed. I was gaining extra things, and to be exact, 38 pounds. And that was something that I was not proud of and something I didn't enjoy. I didn't understand earlier on in my journey that it was probably because of toxicity that I was keeping the pounds on. My adrenals were exhausted. I had no energy for anything, and any time that I tried to keep exercise in my program, I just couldn't do it. I just had a complete crisis and my body collapsed and I had to start over again. We lived a really clean lifestyle. We ate really healthily. We were doing all of the right things. But if you're toxic, even doing those right things isn't gonna help you. I wasn't able to detox because I was pregnant and nursing for 21 years. And so we hadn't found a safe system, my husband or I, to be able to do that. And so I was kind of stuck right there. Meanwhile, I had a friend who was literally shrinking in front of my eyes, and she was using Isagenix. And I thought for sure it couldn't be healthy because I hadn't heard about it. And I thought my husband must have heard about it. And secondly, I thought it's just going to be outrageously expensive, so I never checked into it. And because we've had a large family, we've had school debt, you don't think about looking out there at anything that costs anything. And so in my mind, any help I was going to get was going to have to be free. And I didn't listen to the things that John was telling me about. I could get rebates and free product. I think I just didn't listen to any of that messaging. And so on my merry way I went. I tried another program. It did not work very well. I plateaued. I felt exhausted. I had no more energy. I was emotionally depleted. The thought of losing another 20 pounds was so monumentally discouraging to me that I was just sitting down on the couch one day, just crying. I told my friend over the phone about the product, and I was crying and I was exhausted. And she knew that I would not do anything for myself. And so she said, Barb, I want you to phone your friend. I want you to get on the product. Just do it. If it hadn't been for that gift, I don't think I would have looked at it because I was so self-limiting in my own thought processes. But to this day, I am so thankful that I had a girlfriend who was a formal prenatal student who gave me my leg up with Isagenix. I was experiencing such profound changes right away in terms of energy. Within only a couple days, my energy started going up. I wasn't needing to nap anymore, but something more important was being released than just the weight. I had been plagued with migraine headaches for over 30 years, and they just disappeared. That was a cause for so much celebration and elation. It was not something that I was expecting. Although Isagenix doesn't claim to cure anything or heal any disease processes, just the nutrition going into my body gave me that testimony, and I have been so excited since. I'd look in the mirror again. I felt young and beautiful. My husband said to me one day when I was on the program, "You take my breath away." That one comment literally removed a lot of sludge from my heart. Because when a woman puts on weight, more than just her body is affected, her dignity and her self-worth is as well. What I realized is that I was beginning to shine again, and something more valuable was being restored than just what was happening on the outside. I wanted to see if I could put Isagenix to the test. Could it work for the real mom? Could it work for a real woman in a situation that had limitations? Not just for the athlete, but what about just for someone regular like me? It was then that I started considering going on the challenge. Even though I'd lost most of my weight prior to the challenge, I just guess I woke up one day and I realized the power of my own story. I have always wanted to impact women. I've always wanted to encourage people. And I realized if I could be humble enough to show people some before pictures of me when I didn't look my greatest at my lowest point, and then just trust the process of me just having a little bit of exercise, something that was real to a homeschooling lifestyle, and just see what the end result could be, it could actually help someone else solve their problems and point them in the right direction. Being on the Isabody Challenge has helped me to create my new why, and it is to fearless living. I will love and treasure the gift of being me. Being able to do the challenge basically for me meant that I could be able to share that with other people on a much broader scale and help them to be able to love the same thing about themselves. For our family, a lot of really cool things started happening. We started percolating ideas, and we started seeing that we were making money doing this, and we were just sharing it with friends, and it wasn't hard to do, and it was more exciting because we felt more energy. Well, our older kids got really excited about this, and we decided this was a way that we could see some of our family dreams come together as a family. So that's what we've done, and it's been really exciting. 3 of our kids are on the Isabody Challenge with me right now, as well as in our business as associates. So for us, it's a way of debt repayment, of being able to look forward to some vacations in the future. We haven't had those very often. Just some really cool things are appearing on the table, and I never ever dreamed that my health crisis and the needs of my body would propel me in the direction of financial help that would actually give me my joy and love of life back again, and would help provide a way for my children to also have the ability to pursue their music and the other things that they're really good at. There's a quote by Will Rose, and I love it, and I hope that it'll be true of my life. And it is this, that success is not counted by how high you've climbed, but by how many people you have brought with you. And I think that the potential with Isagenix has been, it's just monumental. And that's kind of what makes me sing, and that's kind of what gives me a lot of joy in my step these days, is that the potential is huge. I can really help a lot of people. I can share my story, and I can be a blessing to others.